Hello everyone, Rebecca here. I hope you're doing very well in 2024. This is a very short update to let you know that my latest writing project, The Stories in Our Veins, is now posted in its entirety on AO3. The Stories in Our Veins is a BBC Dracula-inspired Holmes Watson fic that I've been working on basically since I first watched the show in November of 2022. I unfortunately can't go into too much detail on the plot. Because of the way the story is constructed, it is very difficult to talk about without spoiling something, but the narrative follows the general outline of BBC Dracula, and thematically is a very elaborate response to my reading of the show, given another 2.5 years to mull things over. There are links both up in the annotation and down in the description if you think you would be at all interested in that. I also want to thank my beta readers, Jones, Wes, and HB for all of their support, and Sally for drawing the wonderful cover art for this story. There are also not one, but two separate playlists linked down below. The first is a standard soundtrack, very similar to the ones I did for From a Drop of Water. The second is intended to be enjoyed after a first reading of the story, as it's more geared towards the themes and the spoilery aspects of what's going on with the main character. You might also have noticed that I've finally gotten around to getting a version of the BBC Dracula portion of the retrospective back up. I'm hoping that stays. If not, I promise I will be faster getting the next re-edit processed. I currently already have 2 slight alternates ready to go, but mostly because The Stories in Our Veins is so tied to that interpretation of Dracula, I wanted to try to have it available for you when I released the story, if at all possible. Apart from re-uploads on that video as necessary, you may or may not see me on this channel too much from here. Returning to this channel and having it go so well, and particularly the incredibly generous response I received from you all, did a lot to reassure me that it would probably be okay to pursue some of my other long-suppressed aspirations as well. Coming up on about a year ago now, I started an MA program in English literature and am about halfway through my coursework, with plans to begin applying to PhD programs at the end of the year. I'm actually working with a few of my professors right now on the editing process to get my first ever piece ready for circulation and hopefully eventual publication. It's on a queer Holmes reading, which probably won't come as a surprise to you, but I really did debate for a long time how much I wanted to carry all of this forward into my academic career, and whether wanting to meant that I should. But the positive feedback I've gotten so far from my peers and mentors has been very validating, so I am glad I decided to take that risk. In addition to my academic work, with all of my Sherlock projects officially done, I'm finally beginning to focus a bit more on my own original fiction in my free time outside of work and grad school, which I am very excited about. I haven't decided to what extent I will be sharing updates on either of those pursuits here, since that would all obviously be associated with my full name. While I forfeited full anonymity when I decided to associate my face and my name with this channel to begin with, I do want to be sure I've thought it through completely before I take such a permanent leap again. Finally, I just want to say thank you all again for all of your kindness and generosity towards me, both back in the TJLC days and in the years since. I really don't think I can ever fully express how much it has meant to me. Last year, I came across the concept of seroposial relationships, or the relationship a creator has to their audience, the flip side of a traditional parasocial relationship. I found that idea really resonated with my own experiences. I know I can never fully wrap my head around you all as a group, let alone as individuals, but I want to tell you that you have done more to shape my life than you will ever know, and that I will always be grateful for your time, support, and goodwill, whoever you may be. Anyway, I hope you enjoy my silly vampire story if you decide to read it, and please know that I think of you all often and am always wishing you the very best in life. I love you. Please take care. Mwah.